Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome today. I am Michelle Valenti with the American Parkinson Disease Association. Today we are here doing a level 2 standing class. It's going to be strength and cardio. So if you have weights at home and you want to get them out, go ahead and do that now. We will be using them during the class. It is an option though. So you will get a great workout regardless of whether you have those weights. Also make sure you have water nearby and a chair. We will be using that later for some balance work. So have a chair nearby. You also might just want to have it to rest. Now that being said, I want to make sure that you look around the floor and make sure if you do have a chair, weights, water, bags, whatever, make sure they're pushed away because we're going to be moving around a little bit and I don't want you to trip and fall. All right, so we're going to first start by standing with our feet right under our hips, toes are forward. We're going to have a little bend in our knees. So kind of bounce up and down a little bit so you feel that little bend. We're going to have our arms down to the sides. Take a big deep breath and we want to stretch our body up as we take a deep breath in. Reach, reach, reach. Exhale. We're going to fold at the waist. Okay, keep your head above your heart. We're stretching the back of our legs here and our back. Then we're going to come up again. Deep breath and stretch. Good. Exhale and fold. Inhale and stretch. Exhale and fold. Good. Couple more times. And one more time. Real big stretch up. Now let's bring our arms out to the sides nice and wide. Make sure you have space. Okay, we're going to push our hands down, palms are down to the floor. We're going to do some small circles to warm up our shoulders and our back. Take this opportunity to take some deep breaths in and out. A lot of times when we get going, we hold our breath. So we want to make sure we're always taking those deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Let's go backwards with those arms. You're going to start feeling a little burn at the top of the shoulders. Good job, Merle. Your arm's way up there. All right. All right, let's go ahead and bring those arms down, kind of shake them out. We'll do some big shoulder rolls back. So we want to lift our shoulders up by our ears and then rotate them backwards, opening up those shoulders, opening up the chest. Good. Now let's go forward and around. Same thing. We're just going to help open up that back now. Good. Real big. We're exaggerating that motion. Good. All right. Let's make a big tight fist by our shoulders. So squeezing those fingers in, then we'll push them out straight in the front. Arms are straight. Fingers are nice and wide every time. In and push out. Good. So look at your own arms and hands if you want. Make sure you get them as straight as possible and open those fingers wide so we're stretching those fingers out. 5 more like this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Now let's push our arms out to the sides, opening up that chest again, opening up our fingers wide. So we'll go in and open. In and open. Good. This time we're going to push our arms back a little bit behind us, opening that chest wide. Good. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now let's flick our arms down, straighten them, open the fingers down towards the floor. So curl up, open down. Good. This time really work on squeezing, making a tight fist, and then opening those fingers again real wide. 5 more here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right, now we're going to pretend we're either biking, like we're pedaling a bike, real big around. Open those legs up real wide. This is where we want to start using our back and our shoulders and our stomach. Okay, so we're kind of turning here. We're not just going to pedal forward without moving our body, moving that whole body. Even my legs and knees are moving a little bit. Good. Make those big motions with your arms. This will help open up that spine a little bit as you twist. Good. All right. Now put those hands on the waist. Soften those knees. We're going to do some twisting side to side. Think about turning that spine. Okay, our knees are soft. Good. Now let go of your waist. Let your arms come around. Maybe your hands come behind you. That kind of gives you a little goal there of how far you want to turn to get that waist moving. If you have a tight spine, this is really helpful. Good. All right, and back to the center. We're going to reach out in front, straight arms. We're going to bend at the waist again and really reach forward, extending our arms long. Stand up, pull your hands back to your chest and open up. Good. Reach, stand up and pull back. Good. Reach and pull. Reach and pull. Think about really extending those arms and opening up your back here. Reach, pull. 5 more. Reach, pull, reach, pull. And 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right. Hands back on the hips. Soften those knees. We're going to come up onto our heels, tapping our toes. Okay, this is hard to balance. So if you need to hold on to a chair for this, go ahead and move yourself around. Have that chair there to hold on to. Try to take a second or so and stay up on those heels if you can. Good. Now let's do the same thing with our heels, lifting the heels off the floor, leaving our toes down, squeezing the calves. Good. Take a moment, see if you can stay up there on your toes, strengthening the ankles and calves. Good. Real good. All right, let's go back and forth. So we're adjusting our weight here. We have to kind of rock forward and back. Good. This is really good for balance. It also strengthens those ankles, wakes up our feet a little bit. All right, now let's leave our feet down for a second. We're going to just work on rotating at the hip. In order to do that, we're going to lift one toe. We're going to point it out to the side and then lift it and point it back in towards the other foot. Okay, so you're spinning on the heel out and in. And not only are you rotating that ankle, you're rotating your hip. So you can bring your feet in closer together if that makes it easier. Keeping that little bend in your knees. Good. All right. Yeah, we are twisting. All right, let's stop and go the other foot here. Out and in. Nice job. All right, we're going to bring those feet back under the hips and start walking in place. Okay, just thinking about getting our feet up off the floor just a little bit. Let your arms swing if you want. Good. All right, now we're going to stand in place. We're just going to work on that right leg only. We're going to lift it up and down. Lift and down. Pump that arm if you want. That kind of helps get that knee up higher. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do that left side. Lift and down. Good. Pump that arm if you want. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right, now we're going to take steps side to side. So make sure there's nothing in your way. We're just going to take a step and touch, back and forth. So we're stepping side to side. Now I want you to think about lifting those feet off the floor both ways. Good. Little higher, like you're stepping over something. All right, good. Now let's just take that right heel, stick it out in front. Okay, our leg is kind of straight. Now we're going to lift that leg back in. Lift it in. Let's take that left heel out. Straight, lift it back in. Heel and lift and switch. Heel and lift. Heel and lift. Heel and lift. Good. All right. Now I want you to go back behind your chairs. Okay? So you're back behind your chair. We're doing this because I want you to do some hamstring curls. Okay? Working the back of your legs. So we're going to hold on to that chair and we're going to lift our heels up. Okay? So like you're kicking yourself in the rear end. Right? So lift those heels up. If you want, let go of your chair. If you're in front of your chair, sometimes your knees start coming up. So I like to be behind the chair to do our hamstrings. All right, now let's leave our left leg down. We're just going to lift our right heel up for a big count of 10. Try to kick yourself all the way up high for 10. Ready? Right leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And now the left leg, same thing, real high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, good. All right, grab a quick drink. We're going to do 5 minutes of continuous movement. This time we're doing a full minute of 5 different exercises. Nothing too complicated. All right, so the first exercise we're going to do for a whole minute is a high knee with a curl. Okay, if you want to get your weights out, make it a little harder, you can do that. But we're staying in place. We're going to lift our knees up and curl our arms for a minute. Then we're going to move on to a different exercise for a minute. We're going to do 5 minutes straight. These are dual movements, so it's a lot of work. If you need to stop at any time and rest, please do that, and then continue on when you can. All right, so starting with our feet right under our hips. Let's go. We're going to lift those knees up and curl our arms. Remember, you can go at your own pace here. Okay, so you don't have to go real fast. Go at your own pace and concentrate on getting those knees up high. Not fast, but high. This will help strengthen the quads. Also adds to your cardio list of the week, right? If you're aiming for 150 minutes of cardio, this counts. Almost there. We have 15 more seconds of high knees. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Now we're going to step side to side, okay, and open up our arms. We're going to step open and in, open and in. Step, 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 step. Opening those arms nice and wide. Keep going. Lifting those feet both ways. Nice wide arms. Big steps, like you're stepping over something. Keep going. 15 more seconds of these. Big, nice, wide arms. Good, big steps. All right, now we're going to do those butt kicks again. So knees stay down, heels come up. We're going to push straight out in the front with those arms, in and out. Good, get those heels up. Remember, we're trying to kick ourselves in the rear end here. Knees stay down, heels come up. Good. "15 seconds. All right, now we're going to stand in place to start. We're going to kick and punch, jabs, opposite arms. All right, let's go. We're standing, we're kicking and jabbing with the opposite arm. Nice. Remember, when you kick, you're lifting first, then kicking through that heel. Ten more seconds. You guys are just doing your own thing here in front. I like it. Okay. You don't know what to do, just do your own thing. I like it. You're moving. You're moving. All right, last thing are squats. Keeping those feet under the hips. We're going to go down and up. Keep those knees behind the toes. Go at your own pace. Good. Look down. Make sure your knees are behind those toes. You're sitting way back. We're getting there. We have about 15 seconds left of 5 minutes of hard continuous movement, I should say, not just continuous movement. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. All right, let's go back to your chairs. Grab a drink. Great job. Yeah, usually we do 30 seconds of arms and then legs, and then arms and then legs. So it's much harder today. All right, I just read this great article about how awesome backward stepping is, which we do in one of our classes here. So now I'm going to be incorporating that a lot more because it is so good for your balance and awareness of where your body is. So all we're going to do is take a step back with our right foot, okay? We're going to put all our weight there because then we're going to kick up with our left and step back in. We're just going to stay on one side at a time, okay? We're not going to switch back and forth. So we step back, lift and kick, and step back forward again. So it's step back, kick, step, step. Step back, kick, step, step. All right, let's all try it together. Right foot back, step, lift that left leg, kick through the heel, step, and step. Now you back to where you started from, okay? So right foot back, lift, kick, step, and step. Keep going. Right foot back, kick, step, step. Let's go. Right, kick, step, step. Right, kick, step, step. Right, kick, step, step. Right, kick, step. One more. Right, kick, step, and step. All right, now we're going to switch legs. We're going to go back on the left leg first. We're going to take a step back on the left leg. Lift your right leg up. Kick, step, and step back again. It's where we started from. Left leg. Step back, kick, step, step. Step back, kick, step, step. Back, kick, step, step. Back, kick, step, step. Back, kick, step, step. Let's do a couple more on this side. And last one. Good. All right. So not only are we stepping backwards, we're balancing ourselves. When we step back, we're putting our body off balance, and then we're lifting that other leg. We're on one foot for a while. So nice little balance exercise as well. All right. So that's our first exercise. Second exercise. We're going to do more squats. Okay, so we're going to bring our feet right under the hips. Arms are down to the sides. We're going to attempt a jumping jack arm. Okay, so we're going to go down in our squat. Arms are down by our sides, right? And we come up. We're going to bring our arms, try to clap overhead and back down. All right, remember when we go down in that squat, our knees stay behind the toes. And up, good. Down and clap, good. Down and clap, keeping those arms real big. And 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. All right, catch your breath. We're going to do the back step kick, 10 on each leg. All right? So I'm going to turn again. Make sure you have space behind you. You're going to step back with your right foot, kick with your left, step, step. We're going to keep going on that right leg for 10. Ready? Step, kick, step, step. 2, kick, step, step. 3, kick, step, step. 4, kick, step, step. 5, kick, step, step. 6, kick, step, step. 7, kick, step, step. 8, kick, step, step. 9, kick, step, step. And 10, kick, step, step. Great job. All right. Starting with our left foot back first. Let's go. Back, kick, step, step. And 2, kick, step, step. 3, kick, step, step. 4, kick, step, step. 5, kick, step, step. 6, kick, step, step. 7, kick, step, step. 8, kick, step, step. 9, kick, step, step, and 10. Kick, step, step. Nice job. All right, kind of go back where you were so we're not all crowded in the front. Go take a couple steps back by your chairs. We're going to start over with our squats. 10 squats with jumping jack arms. Make sure you keep those knees back behind the toes. All right, ready? We're going to go down and clap if you can overhead, keeping those arms real wide. 2, nice. 3, 4, make sure you're breathing in and out every time. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. We're going to do that one more time. All right, so starting with our back steps. 10, starting back with our right foot first. Ready? Step back. Kick, step, step. 2, kick, step, step. 3, kick, step, step. 4, kick, step, step. 5, kick, step, step. 6, kick, step, step. 7, kick, step, step. 8, kick, step, step. And 9, kick, step. One more. 10, step, step. All right, one more side and we're done with these. Now we're going to get them really good, right? That we're at the end. All right, start with that left foot. Step back, kick, step, step. 2, kick, step, step. 3, kick, step, step. 4, kick, step, step. 5, kick, step, step. 6, kick, step, step. 7, kick, step, step. 8, kick, step, step. 9, kick, step, step. And 10, kick, step, and step. All right. 10 more squats, and we're going to take a break. Feet are under the hips, toes are forward. All right, ready? Jumping jack arms if you can. Let's go. Down. And 1. Good. Big arms. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. All right, go ahead and go back to your seat. Grab a drink. Have a seat if you want. We're going to use those chairs next for some balance work. So once again, we're going to stand behind our chairs. I'm going to show you at first like this so you can see what I'm doing. And then I'll stand behind it because you'll be able to tell what I'm doing once I turn around. You're going to be behind your chair like this. So you can have both hands on that chair for balance. We're going to stand on our left leg first, and we're going to lift our right leg out to the side. Okay? So we're doing a side leg raise, working the side of our leg, our abductors, our hips, and our glutes. Now, we want to try to let go of that chair as much as we can, right? So try to go from whole hands to 4 fingers, 3, 2, 1 on each hand, or maybe just 1 finger total, okay? All right, so we're behind the chair. We're going to start with that right leg. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's switch to the left leg. Remember, that leg you're balancing on should have a little bend in the knee. All right, let's go for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, I'm just going to turn my chair around. We're going to do the same thing again. Let's start back with your right leg. Your right leg. So I'll do opposite of you. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's go for the left leg for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. One more set. This time, try not to hold on as much. All right? Ready? Start with that right leg out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Left leg last time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, grab your weights. Come to the front of your chair. All right, we're going to do some sit to stands with our weights. Okay, if you want. If the weights become too heavy for you, then go ahead and just set them down. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to touch our bottom down to the chair to sit. Okay, we don't want to scoot far back because then we're going to stand up again. We're going to curl and try to press our arms up high. Come back down and sit. Okay, so it's a sit to stand with a curl press. We're going to try 10 of them. All right, if you need to use the chair to stand up, don't worry about your weights. You're going to use that chair to push off, try to stand fully, and then sit back down. All right, that's okay too. We want to be super careful, so we're going to go slow with these. If you want to go faster, you can. All right, ready? We're going to stand, curl, press, and back down. 2, and down. Nice. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Nice job. All right, have a seat if you want. We're going to do a little core now. So hold on to your weights. So I'm going to give you the option to do these seated if you're feeling fatigued. Okay? You're going to get a little bit more if you're standing, but you can certainly get a lot of core here if you're seated as well. Just make sure that if you're seated, you are to the front of your seat. Okay? Not fully all the way in the back. So we're going to do some side bends here. If you're standing, your legs are nice and wide. If you're seated, your legs are still nice and wide. Okay, so we're going to go down first to the right side. We're going to keep the weights on the side of our body. Down and up super slow. Now to the left. Down and up. Real slow. Down and up. Squeeze your sides here. Working the side of our core. Down as hard as you can. Up. Down. Nice job. And up. 2 more each. down, up, down, up. Last time on each side, like this. And up. Now we're going to go down to the right. We're going to hold it there, squeezing our sides. It's like a side plank. So we're going to go down the right side. We're going to hold it. We're going to do little bitty baby pulses for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come up. Should feel that in your sides. Left side down. Hold it here, baby pulses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Back up. Other side again. Down and hold. Pulses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And up. Switch to the left side. Hold. And pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and up. We're going to do one more of those. Down to the right. Hold. Pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and up. Last time down to your left. Hold. And pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Come up. We're going to have a seat with your weights. Woo. All right, so this is where we were working. Now we're going to work the center of our core. So you want to sit to the front of your seat. You're going to have your weights. So we're going to do a couple different ways. First, we're just going to start with regular sit-ups, back and forth. Remember, you want lots of space behind you, between your back and the back of your chair. That gives you lots of room to go back and up. If your back is already against the seat, you're not going to be working much of your core. Okay, so we want to sit up. Now, that doesn't mean you have to go all the way back. All right, back as far as you want to feel it right here. This is where we're trying to focus. Okay, here. And then, of course, the lower part of your back. You're squeezing that as well, making that nice and tight, strengthening that up. All right, so first, 10 sit-ups. We're going to add weight on our chest. Hold it right here. Feet are nice and wide. Ready? We're going to go back and up. As far as you want. Back and up. Breathe in and out with each one. This is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Nice job. All right, this time we're going to go back and we're going to come up real slow. Okay? So instead of going back and straight up, we're going to go back and then we're going to come up slowly. 1, 2, 3. And then back again. All right, ready? Back as far as you can. Hold. Up. 1, 2, 3. And back. Hold. 1, 2, 3. It gets harder. Back and hold. Up. 1, 2, 3. Back and hold. Up. 1, 2, 3. Back and hold. Up. 1, 2, 3. We're doing 5 more. Back and hold. Up. 1, 2, 3. Back and hold. Up. 1, 2, 3 more. Back and hold. Up. 1, 2, 3. Back and hold. Up. 1, 2, 3. Last time. Back and hold. Up. 1, 2, and 3. All right. Now we're going to do a little bit more with our core. I want to work on twisting. Okay, this is as much for your spine as it is for your muscles. All right, so we're going to work on twisting side to side. So in order to do that, you want to turn your back. So I'm going to have my weights together in the front, my elbows out. Now I'm going to aim for my weights to be over my hips when I turn. That's my aim. You might not get that far, okay? So we're going all the way over the hip and then to the other hip. Slowly turn right, turn left, turn right, turn left, turn right, turn left, turn right, turn left, turn right, turn left. Let's do 3 more each. Right, turn left, turn right, turn left. 1 more each. Right and left. Nice job. Did anybody's back crack? All right, that was a big turn, but you guys are really warm and loose. That's a really good time to do that because our back can stiffen up on us. And so we want to keep it loose and flexible. All right, let's finish up with just some arms. All right, let's burn our arms out here. We'll start with the front raise. So arms are down to the side. We're going to raise just in front and back down. No swinging. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's curl for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now arms down again. This time we're going to turn our thumbs up to the side. So side open raise. 1, 2, 3. Use your back as well. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, let's put our weights down. We're going to finish off just with our back, no weights. Once again, we're going to go thumbs up, arms are open nice and wide. Now look at your arms and make sure they start right here. They're even with your body, right? So they're not in front. They're even now. Take them 2 inches back. All right, so now they're behind you. Right away, you're working your upper back muscles, right where your shoulder blades are. From here, we're going to pulse back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold them back. Pulse them up and down right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Back again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Up and down. 1. Keep them back. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Back one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and release. Oh, don't even need weights sometimes. All right, let's stretch those right now. All right, so let's bring your left arm out in front, straight. Wrap it around the front of your body. Other hand comes behind that elbow. Push it into your chest. Woo, that feels good. That's the spot we just worked. Push it in real hard. We're stretching that shoulder and back muscles. Good, and release. Right arm comes up, wrap it around. Other hand is behind that elbow. Push it into your chest and hold. we worked good. We worked hard. All right, let's shake that out. Let's stay here. We're going to put our fingers on the inside of our thighs. Our thumbs are out. Our elbows are wide. We're going to arch our back like a cat does when it's scared. Okay, maybe the hair on your back is standing up. I don't know. Hopefully you don't have that much. All right, now we're going to reverse that. So stick your chest out wide, lift your chin up, and stretch yourself up to the ceiling. This is supposed to be a cow. I think it looks more like a giraffe, but this is what they call it. We'll say giraffe in our class then. All right, we'll go back to the cat. And we'll reverse it into that giraffe. Real long necks here. Stretching out that spine. You have spine in your neck, right? All right, or vertebrae at least. I don't know if they call that actual spine. Yeah, it's the C part. There's C, T, and L. Yeah. You guys all know that? Spinal, spinal, thoracic, lumbar. Sacral. Yeah, there's 4 parts. Thank you, Pat. I should know that from my classes. All right, let's do our legs. We're going to bring that right leg out in the front on your heel. Toe is up. Nice straight leg. We're going to lean forward. Stretch those hamstrings and calves. If you want, reach for that toe. Good, and let's slowly come up, switch those legs, heel down. We're going to lean forward over those legs, toe is up. Stretching that hamstring and calf real good. Then if you want, add that, reach for your toe. Good, and let's sit up and scoot to the back of our chairs. We're going to stretch our hips. So keep one foot down. We're going to lift that other leg up, cross it. Okay, and this should open up your hip right away. If it bothers your knee, I want you to cradle your knee up towards your body. Now, if it doesn't, you can push that leg away from you. It opens up the top of your hip and hip flexor more. We're going to hold it there, wiggle that top toe around. Good. Now let's go the other way with your toe. All right, let's switch those legs. Adjust your body where you need to get that opened up hip. Push it away if you want. We're going to wiggle that top toe. Good. Then go the other way. Nice and sunny out now. Yeah. One of those crazy days. All right, let's put our feet down. We're going to turn at the waist here. We're going to stretch that spine. So grab one side of your chair, slowly twist that way. Once you get to a spot where it's difficult to turn, I want you to stop and hold. Try to breathe right there. Good, and release back to the center. We're going to turn the other way. Turn all the way as far as you can and hold. And breathe. Good, and release back to the center. We're going to finish with some stretching like we did at the beginning. We're going to reach down by our feet with our fingers, keeping the head above the heart. So stretch that lower back. And then as you lift up, take a deep breath. Stretch your body up as tall as you can, reaching up to the ceiling. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. One more time, up. And you are done. All right, great job today. Thank you all so much for coming. Thank you for joining us at home, and have a great weekend. I'll see you all next week. Bye-bye now. Oh, that's right. I'm so used to saying that.